Good morning again, my dear students. I will discuss to you our new topic, which is all about light. So what is light? Light is both transverse and electromagnetic. We have here three scientists. Meron tayong apat na scientists behind light, o sila yung nag-describe kung ano ba yung tinatawag nating light. Una natin ay si Sir Isaac Newton. So ano ba sinabi ni Sir Isaac Newton sa light? Sabi niya, he believed that light behaves like a particle. So for Sir Isaac Newton, light is a particle. Then, the second scientist is Christian Huygens. Para kay Christian Huygens, ano naman ang light? Light behaves like a wave. Kung si Sir Isaac Newton, ang light daw ay particle, kay Christian Huygens naman, ang light ay isang wave. Then, the third one is Max Planck. Ano naman ang kay Max Planck? So, Max Planck explained that light can be a particle and can also be a wave. So, ang una natin si Sir Isaac Newton, ang kanyang light ay particle lang. Ang pangalawa, si Christian Huygens, ang kanyang light ay wave lang. Pero pagdating natin kay Max Planck, pinagsama niya ang idea ni Christian Huygens at saka ni Sir Isaac Newton that light can be both a particle and a wave. Pang-apat natin, and this is called the dual nature of light. So, yung tinatawag niyang dual nature of light, parehong particle at parehong wave. Fourth scientist is James Clerk Maxwell. Ano naman ang ginawa ni James Clerk Maxwell? So, ang ginawa ni James Clerk Maxwell ay he proposed the electromagnetic theory of light. So, meron tayong apat na scientists behind light. So, meron tayong Sir Isaac Newton, Christian Huygens, Max Planck, and then James Clerk Maxwell. Next. So, meron tayong tinatawag na dispersion. So, in 1666, ano muna pala ang dispersion? So, dispersion is a phenomenon in which light separates into its component color. So, itong dispersion is splitting of white light into constituent colors. Meron tayong tinatawag na Roy G. Bibb. So, this is the dispersion of light. So, in 1666, Sir Isaac Newton performed an experiment showing this splitting of white light. Naniniwala kasi si Sir Isaac Newton na ang white light, pag inilampas mo ay pumasok sa isang glass prism, mag-split siya into its constituent colors called spectrum. Ano-ano ba yung mga color na nasa spectrum? Yung tinatawag nating Roy G. Bibb. Tinatawag tayong Roy G. Bibb o Roy G. Bibb. Richard of York give battle in vain. Okay? Richard of York give battle in vain. Ibig sabihin niyan, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Pero hindi dito natatapos yung ginawang experiment ni Sir Isaac Newton. He believed that once this spectrum of light enters an inverted prism, lalabas na isang white light. So, ibig sabihin, paano po yun, ma'am? So, ang ginawa ni Isaac Newton, nag-perform ulit siya ng experiment, pero unlike before, na una, na nakataas ang prism, ibinanigtad niya ngayon si prism. Itong mga colors na ito, ang pumasok dito. And what happened, nung pumasok ang mga color na ito dito, paglabas niya ay isang color lamang, which is white light. So, ibig sabihin, tama ang naging hypothesis ni Sir Isaac Newton na kung ang pinanggalingan ng spectrum o ng Roy G. Bibb ay white light, kapag pumasok ulit siya sa isang inverted prism, ang mangyayari, lalabas siya as another white light. So that is the dispersion of light, the splitting of white light into its constituent colors called the spectrum. So what are the colors that are included in spectrum? We have the Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Wherein during the dispersion nung nagkakaroon ng dispersion, nag-split sila, nagbe-bend. Paano nagbe-bend? Nagbe-bend pa ganyan yung mga color. Kaya kung makikita nyo yung rainbow natin, which is the spectrum, naka-bend. Pag nag-bend siya, ibig sabihin nagta-travel siya. And during those dispersion, ang red travels the fastest and bends the least. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya bend na bend kasi pinakamabilis siya pag ganun, yan ang red. So, hindi bend na bend ang red. Ganyan ang red. Hindi bend na bend. So, travels the fastest and bends the least. At ang kanyang wavelength ay mas longest. Pero, ang frequency niya, siya ang pinakamababa ang frequency. So, among these 7 colors, red travel the fastest, bends the least, has longest wavelength, but lowest frequency. Wavelength niya mahaba, pero lowest ang frequency. While, on the other hand, yung ating violet na pinakadulo, it bends the most, bend na bend. Di ba yung pinakadulo, napaka-bend, ganyan-ganyan. So, it bends the most, travels the slowest, kasi nasa pinakadulo siya, shortest wavelength, but highest frequency. So, in this 7 color, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors of an spectrum, ang violet ang may pinakamataas na frequency at pinakamababang wavelength. So, yun ang kay violet. Samantalang si red, ang pinakamababang frequency but pinakamataas na wavelength. So, kung mapapansin niyo, in this situation, we can say that frequency is indirectly proportional with wavelength o lagi silang magka-opposite. Once na ang frequency ay tumaas, bababaan naman ang wavelength. O once na ang wavelength ay tumaas, bababa naman ang frequency. So that is what we call indirect proportional. So frequency is indirect proportional with wavelength. So among these colors, we have violet having the highest frequency, while red is the lowest frequency. Kaya sa gasol natin, kapag namumula na, paubos na ang laman, hindi na masyadong makaluto. Mapula na yung flame. Kung mapapansin nyo, mas madaling makaluto yung blue because it has the highest frequency. Okay? So that is the dispersion of light. Okay, next. We have the different characteristics of light. So ano daw yon? The intensity. So ano ibig sabihin ng intensity? Intensity is the amount of light produced by a light source. So ito yung amount, kung ilan. Ano? Then, brightness. Brightness is the subjective quality of light. So, depende ito kung sino ang titingin. Kung maliwanag ba ang ilaw o hindi. Depende sa tao. Ano? And it is expressed in a unit called candela. Okay, for your worksheet, wala na kayong sasagutan mga learning tasks. Huwag na sasagutan yung mga learning tasks. Ito na lang ang worksheet kasi na-explain ko na lahat dito. So, for your worksheet number 2, characteristics of light, so you're going to use the diagram below the spectrum wheel to complete the table 1. Ito yung tinatawag nating spectrum wheel. Sana ipagagawa ko ito, pero hindi na lang kasi mahihirapan tayo. Hindi ko kayo masusubaybayan. Okay. So, as you can notice, this is the spectrum wheel. So, pagkatapat-tapatin nyo lamang ito para masagutan nyo ng ayos yung table. So, ito yun. Yan. How about the red? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Ito ang near UV. Okay. So, ang nakalagay, ito daw nasa unahan na ito ayan ay mga frequency. Ito, yung terahertz, THz, which is the terahertz. Yung mga nm or nanometer, that is your wavelength. So, ang nasa taas frequency, ang nasa baba ay wavelength. For example, red, we have 422 terahertz and 700 nanometer. So, para sa kanyang wavelength. Pag nagawa niya, pag hindi na, ganyan nyo na yan. Punta kayo sa table 1. Okay, table 1, the characteristics of light. So, doon sa table na binigay ko sa inyo, sa inyong worksheet na printed, meron nakalagay na energy. I-disregard na lang yung energy kasi kaya hindi ko siya yung energy pala ay dun sa kabilang spectrum mula dito sa spectrum na ito. Dapat dito may isa pang column which is the speed, pero hindi ko na ituturo yon kasi magko-convert pa kayo ng terahertz into scientific notation, tsaka yung nanometer into scientific notation. Tera is equivalent to 10 to the negative 14 power. Nano is equivalent to 10 to the 9th power. So, ibig sabihin, mahihirapan pa kayo magko-convert pa. Hindi naman natin na maituturo yun. Okay. Tingnan natin ang example para mabigyan nyo ng sagot. Red. Ano nga ba ang frequency ng red kanina? Ano nakalagay doon? Ano nga ang frequency ng red? So, ilalagay nyo lang dito ilalagay nyo lang dito kung ano yung sagot doon. Let's say, for example, ay mayroon doong, ano nga ba yung frequency? 700. Let's say, for example, 700 terahertz. So, ilalagay nyo lang dyan. Parang kukopihin nyo lang ang nandoon. Tapos, ang wavelength niya ay 429. Let's say, for example, 429 nanometer. Parang baligtad, pero okay lang. Parang ang kanyang wavelength ang 700 at okay, parang ang wavelength niya ang 700 nanometer kasi masyadong mahaba siya. Kaya nga longest ang wavelength niya. Tapos, ang kanyang frequency ang 429 nanometer. Mababa. Okay? So, lalagay nyo lang dyan. Pag nailagay dyan, pupunta naman ulit kayo dun sa spectrum wheel. Orange naman, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Ito lang ipapasa. Okay? Ito lang ang gagawin. Then, that's all. So, thank you for listening.